What's going on, Toy Fan? Project Piper Customs here, and we are coming back to you with another review. And I'm so glad we were able to get these over this side of the pond in the UK. As limited as they were, I was able to snag one. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame worthy Captain America.
Nothing.
Why the fuck you lying?
Let's go. Welcome back, Toy Fam. Now let's get up close and personal with Mr. Rogers, shall we? Alrighty, Roo, let's bring him in. Alright, standard Marvel Legends packaging. As we can see here, he's looking pretty good in the box. Alternate head, shield, and you can't see it because of the light, but you can just about get the glimpse that Mew is in the back there, which is all good. Avengers. It doesn't say Endgame, which is weird. Captain America. Walmart exclusive, and there you go, little read up at the back. Chris Evans looking handsome devil. Okay, so we're waiting for. Let's summon this bastard out of the box. And here he is, out of the box, ready to kick Thanos' ass. Alright, so let's have a look at the deco and see what we're working with here. And I have to say, it's not bad at all. Really not bad. The face sculpt on both of the heads. I think Marvel Legends are pretty much the only one to actually get as close as they can to a Chris Evans head sculpt. And they've only recently done that with the Civil War 2 pack with Crossbones. So here we have the masked head, which looks pretty cool. Really, really great detail in that. Which bang on. And they've got very, very similar facial expression and appearance to Chris Evans. Alright. And yeah, pretty awesome with the scaling across the chest, which is new design, throwback to his classic comic book outfit with the scaling there. Obviously, Avengers logo on the side. And yeah, pretty much the same, very similar uniform to what we've seen him in starting with Age of Ultron and then going on to Civil War, where it's this checkered piece for the stripes. The star is back. Unlike Infinity War, we had the star. The star is born.
I understood that reference.
So let's carry on down the legs. Now you've got to appreciate Marvel Legends. They do like to go all in with their sculpt work when it comes to the movie figures, which I highly appreciate. You know, when they get it right and it's based on the actual movie and not the concept art, and then it ends up looking completely wrong. But that's not Marvel Legends and Hasbro's fault. That's the studio changing shit last minute. We turn it over to the back. Nice silver paintwork there, if you can focus. Yeah, that harness is pretty sweet. Yeah, random tuft of hair coming out the back of his helmet, all the way down. More awesome detail in the legs. Not bad. And some wicked looking boots. But I have a couple of QC issues here. As you can see, the paintwork is extremely sloppy on the abdominal area. Obviously, the line work, the white and the red is extremely messy. Really, really messy, in fact. Yeah, as you can see, it's just sloppy as hell. There's a tuft there missing. So that is quite annoying, but again, I didn't buy this in a shop. These were an exclusive to Walmart, so getting them over here in the UK was a bit difficult. We had a few online retailers were able to get a limited shipment in, and I was lucky enough to grab one. So obviously you didn't have any control over the of choosing one from the rack with the best paint job. You literally just got what you were given. So it's a shame that mine came with sloppy paintwork, but hey, I'm a customizer and I like a challenge and a repaint, just to neaten up the bastard. And this thing will be getting a repainted. Video on that to come. So going over the deco, that is pretty much what you're getting, and I'm happy with it. Looks great. Let's move on to the accessories. And moving on to accessories, what he comes with is what you see in front of you. We have the beaten up shield, the unmasked head, and we've got Mew. Avengers Endgame spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, what's wrong with you? It just got re-released in the cinemas with some all new, unfinished, deleted scene. Who doesn't want that?
Son, just don't.
But yes, so he does come with Mew. So spoiler alert for the movie. he is able to wield it, which was a great surprise in the film, and one which we all jumped out of our seat, giddy as a schoolgirl, and screamed like a schoolgirl. So yeah, let's get on and have a look at the shield. Now I really like it. This is a standard sort of shield that he's come with a few times. Obviously the previous ones have all been neat, apart from one of the Civil War versions. And this one is all battle damaged. Okay, so this is looking great. I love the tuft of the paint, scorch marks if you will, and also just some blackened out areas from dirt and crud and scrapes that he's had enduring during the battle. All looking awesome. Shame it wasn't a cut-off version, but it's easily done, and I'll be doing a video on myself, even though there's a gazillion videos already out there, but you haven't seen my one yet. So I'll be doing a video on that, modifying this so he's got the broken shield. But yeah, this looks really good. So I might actually use his Civil War one to do that, because I actually really like the look of this one as a whole. And the Civil War one came all beaten up as well, so I'll probably do that one for the cut-off effect. But yeah, really liking that. He's got his big and little harness, which is standard. And yeah, that is his shield. He holds it pretty well on this hand here. And it just slides right through when it actually wants to. Obviously he's got fists, so this needs a little bit of work. But you'll get the idea. I might have to do this off camera. But in 3, 2, 1. And there we are. All on. What I had to do is, it was a bit of a struggle trying to get it through this hoop, so I just popped the hand off, slid the arm through, popped the hand back on. Bob's your uncle, monkey's your aunt, and there you go. It is on him. No problems at all, and it looks pretty badass. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention with the deco, and I kind of cover this in articulation as well, but these shoulder pieces here with the scales, they're actually a soft rubber, as you can see just there. Alright, so I don't know how I feel about these, because it does kind of play with the articulation a little bit. But I'll cover that when we get to the articulation portion. But for now, I'll make you aware that these shoulder pieces are rubber, and we'll go over that very soon. But yeah, he holds his shield really well. He can hold it up menacingly. There you go. Defend himself. And yeah, always has no problems fitting with these. Alright, and it's just good that they kept it and didn't change anything. So we've got a loose piece for the belt, that's standard. But yeah, looking good, looking awesome. So I'm going to leave that on him for now, because I can't be bothered to take it off. But moving along, we're going to look at the alternate head. So there you are. Let's pop him down. Please stand up for me on your wibbly base. There you go. And let's have a look at this alternate head. And there you have it, unmasked. And it's this one, yeah, that's what I mean. Marvel Legends is pretty much the only one that's even come close to getting a Chris Evans, in a 6-inch form that is, Chris Evans sort of head sculpt. This is obviously completely different ballpark to Hot Toys. So if you can get yourself a shrunken down version, and plenty of the customizers doing 3D printed ones. Hell, I've got one on my SH Figure Arts Infinity War, which is just, you know, is bang on. But going as a Marvel Legends sculpt, you know, actual factory sculpted figures, Marvel Legends is the only one that's actually come close to giving us a kind of resemblance of Chris Evans, best they could. I think this is the same stockhead they gave us with the Civil War 2-pack unmasked. Could be wrong. I'll have to bust it out and see if the hair's any different. I think the hair is actually different. So, but yeah, let's bring it up close and have a look. So the paint is really, really good on this. Eyes are great. Apart from just obviously the sheen of the plastic, it's got, you know, a bit of gloss to it. So you hit it with some matte gloss, so you can probably dull it down if you just wanted a plain skin look. And the hair is really well sculpted. I'm quite enjoying the fact that the Marvel Legends are starting to make the hair a separate piece. So as you can see, there's a gap from where they've just attached it. Focus you can. So yeah, you can, any customizers really want to kit bash a different hairstyle or use a hairstyle for a different figure, you can just bust it off with some heat, hot water or hairdryer, and the glue should peel away. I'm not going to say it's an easy task, but it is doable. Alright, so there we are, all the way back around. And yeah, so let's see how it looks on the figure. So off comes your head, quite easy. Excuse me. And it's just, yeah, pops on like so. And there it is, fits nice and snug, skin tones match. And yeah. This is probably how he looks when he's about to pounce on Peggy Carter in bed. But we won't go down that road. Anyway, so there he is with the alternate head, looking good. Going to keep that on for now as we check out Mjolnir. Alright, same mould and design that we've got from previous MCU 4 figures. My only gripe is right here, there's a horrible bit of flashing right there, and I guess that's where it's come out of the mould. As I've done a little bit of mould and casting myself, you always need a an area where the resin goes in, obviously into the mould, so it takes a shape, and I guess that is where the pour point was. Anyway, where they've broken it off the mould and it's left a really nasty area of flashing, so I might have to tend to that. I mean, these are floating around from, you know, any Thor re-release, so it might not just be a big deal if I can be bothered or not. But yeah, it's pretty nasty. Could do with a black wash. And yeah, not much detail going on the handle, apart from the silver bit at the end. And obviously his wrist harness. But, you know, the other side is fine. So for any toy photography, just spin it this way and use it there. And there you go. It's all looking good and nice and neat. Let's try them on. And one thing I thought was bizarre was they gave him a trigger finger hand. With a up and down hinge is cool for sure, but why give him a trigger finger hand? Why not just give him an open hand? So let's see how Mew Mew fits in his hand. Okay, so the hands are, they're malleable enough. So if I just bend open the fingers, and it should pop in just past the thumb, and there you go. Close it up. And it holds it. It's a bit loose slightly, but it'll do. You know, I can hold it there. It still looks weird with the trigger finger, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, unless you've got any other Captain America hands from the MCU that have a closed hand, well, you know, cupping, then you'll be alright with that. But yeah, this will work. You know, if you wanted it in, you know, not right up to the handle, but if you wanted it midway, he does hold it midway. Okay, so that is possible. All good. So let's have a look at that. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to look at that. Lots of toy photography possibilities. Yeah, so that's how he looks with the shield, the alternate head, and the hammer, all on his person. So let's dive into some articulation. Okay, so a standard Marvel Legends format. Let's start with the head. It's on a ball peg, as you saw before. Okay, so there's a look at the peg. And yeah, so that just pops straight on. There she goes. Okay, so we can look down this much. We can look back that far. Okay, and swivel all the way around. And that's your standard Marvel Legends articulation on the head. Now the shoulders. Now here is where I'm going to get into the juicy stuff with the shoulder pads. Now, if you try and just raise the arm, okay, that shoulder pad is going to get tucked underneath, and it's going to start flaying out, and that looks horrible. Okay, so but as they have a gap up top, they are meant to cup over. So when you do that, then you can get the full range, and the shoulder pad will just slip straight over the trap, and you can get it up 90 degrees. Same with the other side. All right. So if we just flay it open, like so, because it's attached to the bottom, then bring the shoulder up, and there you go. And that actually does hide the joint pretty well, so I do like that aspect. It's a little bit of an inconvenience when you just want to quickly just pose the figure and you've got to faff around with that all the time. But no, it does work. It's all right. You know, it gives a bit of fluidity. It's not just rigid plastic. You know, so yeah, verdict. I'm all right with that. Don't mind that at all. So going back to the arms, obviously you can get his arms that much down. They do a full 360. They do have bicep swivel as standard, but it's a single cut like that, straight cut, double joints, but that's as far as you're going to get because the bicep does stop it from closing up all the way. Okay, and we do have a hinge and swivel at the wrist. So we've got a fisted hand on this one. No alternate hands come with this figure, unfortunately. Okay, again, bicep swivel, and we have the up and down. The up and down hinge. Okay, which is handy for the hammer. Okay, but fucking trigger finger, honestly. There we are. We have ab crunch, as so. Lean back. Okay, there for a Van Damme. Quite a good range, quite a good split. All right, so you can get some good kicks and some side kicks and some leg sweeps in with that. Okay, he does come out this far. Nicely done. Like standard Marvel Legends, it doesn't go back that far because of the ass. That's America's ass. There you go. And we have a thigh swivel. There you go. But of course, it's cut right through the sculpt, so for it to look even, we have to line it up with the sculpt a bit better, especially his side pockets. And we have a double joint on the knee as standard. We do have a shin swivel, and of course, that far down, that far up, and ankle rocker. So lots of range there, and the only sort of weird thing, which I'm actually happy about, is those rubber shoulder pads, and the belt is free moving, as I said before. So there you go, quite a lot of range, and actually a pretty decent Captain America figure. I like it a lot. Okay, so next, let's take a look and see how he stacks up next to some of the others that have been released. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Avengers 1 Captain America, the Civil War Captain America, and the Endgame Time Heist suit Captain America. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Avengers Infinity War, Thor, and Iron Man. And here he is next to the SH Figure Arts Avengers Infinity War Captain America, and the Mezco Commander Rogers. And here he is next to the Mafex Avengers Infinity War Iron Spider and the SH Figure Arts Avengers Infinity War Doctor Strange. And finally, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame Armored Thanos Build-A-Figure. Okay, so final thoughts on this guy, and hands down the best Captain America that Hasbro and Marvel Legends have put out, with a lovely addition of Mjolnir, especially from such an iconic part of the film. And yeah, definitely he is a hard one to get in the UK. I know he's everywhere in America, but if you're in the UK, try and source this guy if you can without using eBay scalpers. Apart from the sloppy paint job, all that does is motivate me to give this guy a complete repaint and mod that shield, so cannot wait to get onto that, and look out for that video. Alright, you absolute beauties, that'll wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like, subscribe and notification bell to stay up to date with the latest videos I'll have dropping. More customization and reviews are on the way, don't you worry about that. I am on Instagram and Facebook at Project Piper Customs. Please be sure to come along and stalk me, slide into my DMs, let me know what's up. Also, if you're on Facebook, please be sure to check out Toy Comics Inc. and ACBA, that is Articulated Comic Book Art, for more excellent examples of toy art and community fun. And definitely please be sure to head on over to the Plastic Action UK website, YouTube channel and their social medias at Plastic Action UK for more news, tips and tricks all about toy photography as we rep the UK side of things. And that is it, all the plugs done, and I'll be back at it like a bad habit. Thanks again for watching, guys, and until next time.